level critical. Major system.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of Alternative Programming. I'm your host, Jaguars. We're in a show where we take a topic other than NASCAR, then we talk about it. Last time it was episode 27. We were talking about the last of the franchises from Super Smash Bros. That I haven't gone over. That being the Game & Watch WarioWare and the Rob series. This time it's the first one that isn't part of Super Smash Bros. Or any other side topics that I did, such as coronavirus and E3 and other things I had on my mind. This time, it's Call of Duty, another game that I've vividly played. So we'll begin from the very beginning. Well, not the beginning of the franchise. I didn't play Call of Duty when it was new, not until this game that I'm playing right now, Call of Duty Black Ops in 2010. And this is also this map we're playing on. This is the Zombies mode. We're in the map 5, one of the 2 original maps for the game that came on disc as well. It's also DLC. Which if I do decide to come back and play Call of Duty Zombies, I'll give you some gameplay of those other maps. But this is where my time playing Call of Duty all began. I believe I was in North Carolina at this time in 2010. And we were playing, this very map right here, and very awesome to. It was fun to play this map, just for the footage. So that was something. But I think Black Ops 1 that had been my favorite game. I wasn't able to get my own copy of the game, maybe not until the middle of the next year in 2011. And in the time when Black Ops was still new, I had to play it at some friend's house. I think the first time I ever played it, I said it like 3 times. This is this map, but I played it split screen with an old friend, not Aaron, but another one that I made friends with. So that was fun. I think if I had to recall my very first game on this map, I think we made it to around. Of course, we didn't make it very far, being it is our first ever game. Maybe up to round 5 or something pretty pathetic. But the one thing I really wanted to bring up from that map, must have, I felt like I didn't down myself, not until very late in the game. The thing is, I didn't, I think I revived somebody before I went down myself, so that was something. And I didn't realize that you did have to revive your teammates. I just walked over to my downed teammate, pressed and held X, or actually we're playing on the PS3, so square, and revived him. Oh, I did something. I revived him. So that was to my extent my surprise when I revived, when I was that naive about the game of Black Ops Zombies at that time, because before I didn't play anything remotely close to what Call of Duty was at that time. I was playing stuff like Mario Kart, Mario Golf, and other kinds of fun games that are much simplified. But anyways, I think when Aaron finally got the game on his Xbox 360, that was when I finally got around to playing the multiplayer outside of the zombies, and I gotta say it was quite fun. Black Ops 1, looking back on it, that was a very polished game. Well, not visually, but I gotta say the gameplay it was right there. So anyways, with the gameplay, there's some guns on there that are all great. All of them I enjoyed. Me and Aaron were hyping up unlocking the AK-47 and Commando. Both those guns you don't get until very late into the levels, right before your prestige. So the thing with the Black Ops 1, it was very difficult to prestige because you have to give up all the stuff you just unlocked. You have to start all over. So that's something. Anyways, that's all I got about Black Ops 1. I think we're gonna just go on by all these games because there's quite a lot. The next game, this would come out a year later after Black Ops, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This would be the first game that, while it was new, I would end up picking up. Unfortunately, like Aaron, where he has it on the Xbox 360, I didn't have the luxury of having one also. Instead, I had its its rival's console, the PS3. And so, as much as I really wanted to play Call of Duty with Aaron at this time, I just couldn't get a Xbox 360, so I ended up having to play the game on a different system, different player base. So that was a shame, and our only way of playing Call of Duty together with Aaron was just through split screen. And I gotta say, it's painful to do that and not have my own 360 to play multiplayer with. Anyways, back to Modern Warfare 3. I think for sure the first thing I played on Modern Warfare 3 was its campaign. Same goes for Black Ops 1, but I don't feel like I played through the campaign thoroughly. Maybe just a few missions or so, but actually I did complete the game, the whole campaign of the first Black Ops once, but really didn't think too much about it. Modern Warfare 3's campaign, on the other hand, is a different story. After my first time playing it, I played through it a few more times, and comparing the campaign from Black Ops 3 to Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 3's campaign is a lot more impactful, a lot more in your face, let's just say, and just a lot more things going on. And plus, it's the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. It's set in present time, of course, as the name says. And when you look at Black Ops, that was like a past setting campaign. So that alone, with it being in a today setting, and Modern Warfare 3's campaign resonated a bit more with me. In terms of multiplayer, the Modern Warfare series doesn't have zombies mode, just the Black Ops games. So really, there's only the multiplayer, and really the multiplayer didn't gel with me as well as, say, Black Ops, because with Modern Warfare 3, it really felt like there were a lot of samey guns and less guns that I felt were viable. I think then the show of Modern Warfare 3 was either using the ACR or the MP7. MP7 was easily the most dominant gun in that game. It's an SMG gun. It's an SMG that's is supposed to be meant for close range, but you can pick people off from a decently long distance and be just fine. So, in a sense, it became the best of both worlds. And so we're segueing into Black Ops 2, the next game, as the MP7 makes a return to that game. It's multiplayer as well. It got all the right balances it needs. It's not as good as it is long range as the Modern Warfare 3 counterpart, but I still feel it's still a good gun, just now brought down to earth and a lot more balanced. Whereas in Black Ops 2's multiplayer, now it's the MSMC, the PDW. Those two guns I felt were right there. But right before launch, or as the game was maybe in its first few weeks, I knew immediately that I thought the MSMC was going to be the best gun, because that was very similar to what the MP7 from Modern Warfare 3 was like, which is a gun that can pick people off as an SMG from long distances as well. And plus, the low fire rate also helps with long distance as well. So that's something. But I think besides the multiplayer for Black Ops 2, which I thought at the time is my favorite multiplayer, this or Black Ops 1 are the best ones. I thought the zombies mode was also great, although I won't hold it in the highest regards as I do with the original Black Ops' game, and a game we'll get right after Black Ops 2. But there's some interesting maps in Black Ops 2 still. I'm not too keen on the fire pits in the on-disc maps for zombies. That's a bit annoying to get around, but Survival Town is a very simple map. You don't have to know everything about that map. It's just a straightforward map with a few doors to open, and your perk bottles are right there. So for beginners, that's a good go-to map to get a feel for zombies. As for the main map itself, Transit, I really wish that this map came out at a later time, because Black Ops 2 is working with PS3 hardware at the very end of its lifespan. And to think what would Black Ops 2, mainly Transit, would have been like had it been on, say, the PS4 and had more hardware space to work with, then I feel rather than having the map be designed with lots of fog to reduce lag and keep that depth perception down. I think if they get rid of that fog when you're transitioning through maps, that would have been something else, because visually speaking, the transit map is very foggy, gritty, and dark. Maybe not as gritty as, say, the early generation games for the PS3 and Xbox 360, talking the likes of Fallout 3 and Gears of War. But that's something. I think the best part of Black Ops 2 has to be its DLC. It was the first game to have a DLC weapon, the Peacekeeper, for the multiplayer. As for zombies, hands down, it has some of my favorite maps in all of Zombies. Not just Origins, which is fun at times, but I feel gets overplayed quite a bit, as you can see from the player base. But the other map, Mob of the Dead, that's a lot. I hear a lot of friends say it's a very difficult map, but if you can figure things out, don't down yourself, don't lose too many points, and try to earn as many points as you can early on in the game, then that can be a very fun map as well. For one thing, the game gives you the death machine inside the mystery box, and you can use that to annihilate zombies. Unfortunately, the death machine isn't the very mobile weapon, for obvious reasons. It's a big old gun. But using the death machine as its standalone weapon, that was a very fun time. Also, you get the AK-47. Kind of wish that you get the same one from either the Modern Warfare or the Black Ops 1 game, because the recoil that AK version has doesn't feel like the same one. But if you pack a punch it and get it with the right perks like double taps and speed cola, then the AK can serve you just as good. But I feel the gun can crunch better, for like better terms, if it was a different version of the AK, because they're all different from game to game, I guess. So that's my time with Black Ops 2, and to this day, it's been the last Call of Duty game that I bought at launch, because I didn't buy the next game in line, 2013, with Call of Duty Ghosts. I didn't, because at that time I was enjoying Black Ops 2 so much that I wasn't even ready for a new Call of Duty game, and so I just wanted to spend more time playing Black Ops 2 and its DLC, especially the Origins zombie map, and gotta finish up ranking up all my guns, getting them diamond camoed in the multiplayer as well. So years gone by and more Call of Duties get released. Advanced Warfare 2014, Black Ops 3 2015. This one I didn't get at launch because I didn't have a PS4, Xbox One, or any of that. I would have to wait until 2018 when I got my PC and a lot of Steam summer sales for me to pick up Black Ops 3. And starting in that time in 2018, that was a time I really enjoyed Call of Duty again. Playing Black Ops 3 gave me the same vibes I had when I played Black Ops 1 and 2. The Zombies mode is the focal point of my enjoyment in Black Ops 3. I hardly ever touched the multiplayer because that's what the jetpacks, that's during the jetpacks era, and to not discredit Black Ops 3's multiplayer, is actually one of the better multiplayer games lately, but it just didn't suit my style. Plus my PC just had problems at that time running. Like there's a lot of frame drops and stuff, so it made multiplayer not that great. Plus the player base on PC isn't very good either. So I was getting pinged with players that I wouldn't be surprised weren't even in the same country as I am. So that would be Black Ops 3. That'd be really the only game I'd play extensively past Black Ops 2. Because after that, Infinite Warfare, we all know how that game panned out. It's the trailer with record-setting dislikes on the reveal trailer. Call of Duty World War II looks like it was a generic World War II shooter that released very poorly, but and it took extensive months after the game came out to make some changes. There's a big overhaul that made the game much better, but at that time I don't think hardly anybody cared. It was on to the next Call of Duty game, which in 2018 it was Black Ops 4, and I also tried to follow the same route as Black Ops 3. It introduced a Battle Royale mode, which I didn't play. It was just the zombies that I played, and just like Black Ops 3, also I didn't pick it up at launch, but I didn't play it extensively until well after it came out. I think I got that on PS4 maybe 2019ish. Several days, not days, several months after I played Black Ops 3, and maybe a few days after I decided to pick up a used PS4 in 2019 as well. So in Black Ops 4, I don't think honestly it's a mediocre game from top down, top to bottom. There's no campaign, just the multiplayer, which got rid of the jetpacks, which is good. The zombies mode, there's a lot going on. They overhauled how zombies works in Black Ops 4. There's no perks. Well, there is perks, but not the same way that is in the first 3 games. Juggernaut is not a thing. It's kind of built in, although kind of not. And then all the maps just have very complicated things, and this is something that gradually gets more and more in the zombies games, where in Call of Duty World at War, the maps and the zombie maps in those games, it was just simple. Just open doors, get to the power, get the perks, and then pack a punch. This is the thing that was in that game, World at War, Black Ops 1, and then Black Ops 2 we introduced some more Easter eggs, more secrets, but it was at a tame level, let's just say, and it wasn't that difficult to try and figure things out. You might need a guide, but you might not even need the full guide just to figure everything out. And then by the end of Origins, okay, the Easter eggs are kind of getting all over the place. You do need to play those maps extensively, maybe and or have a cheat sheet and a guide to get everything done in Origins. And then Black Ops 3 hit, and then it's just like Origins. There's all kinds of things you gotta look out for. Get this item so you can build this and that. And then just like with Black Ops 3 and its new maps, it does all that crazy stuff that you gotta find the guide for. And this is also going to carry on into Black Ops 4, as you just have all this stuff to do. And long gone are the simple days of just building up the walls, building up points, buying guns, getting to the mystery box, turning on the power, and getting your perks, getting the pack-a-punch, and holding out for a long amount of time, as long as you can. And now it's just do the Easter egg and get to the map's end. Like in Mob of the Dead, there's you can get the Easter egg and actually have that end the game rather than you getting killed by the zombies. So that's all I really have. I hardly ever touched on the games before Black Ops 1. There is the game right before, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That one, if it weren't for the noob tubes, actually I really didn't mind the noob tubes all that much. And even with them there, I felt that was a very solid multiplayer. Like the gunplay and the connectivity just felt good. And the net play was... The net play had to have been easily the best in the series. And so I had a lot of fun playing Modern Warfare 2. I gladly got through my first Prestige. Although I might not have been able to play the game in its heyday in 2009. In, say, 2012, 2011, a few years after the game came out, of course. I still enjoyed my time playing Modern Warfare 2. It was so much fun. It was right up there with my times playing Black Ops 1 and 2. And then some of the original games. I did play Call of Duty 4 a little bit at a friend's house, but I didn't play... that's just the multiplayer, and there's offline split screen too. I didn't play... There is a remaster of the game in 2016 that came out alongside Infinite Warfare, which is the Modern Warfare remaster. I played that game's single player after I got it through Steam as part of a summer sale with a bunch of other Call of Duty games, which I also have on Steam. So that was also very fun. I really enjoyed that. And plus, they also remastered the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, which is sitting on my PS4, waiting to be played. And I'm ready to enjoy the moments from Modern Warfare 2 all over again. But that's gonna be it for me. As for what Call of Duty can be like in the future, I hope not really hoping, but the best thing Call of Duty needs to be doing, but they're not doing, is fix up the maps in the game's multiplayer. Make connection-based matchmaking, not skill-based matchmaking. These multiplayers, they need to focus on being as casual as possible and attracting more players. Because the thing with having more players play your game is connections are going to be better because you're going to have more options for the game to connect you with other players. And if you can find a good pool of players to play with, then that also, it's going to technically help with the game's playability and netcode, most importantly. So strive for connection-based matchmaking, make it a casual experience where as many people as possible can play the game. Get people like me back on the game. That's what you need to do. And just don't have it all competitive. That really trims down the player base and just makes everything suffer, like connection and longevity of the game as well. But will they do that? Probably not, because Activision, Call of Duty, this is essentially Activision's big cash cow. And so long as they just pump out a game every year, then it really doesn't matter all that much to Activision. But just a tiny wish list that if you're going to make a new Call of Duty game, then that's what you need to do. That's what the new game releasing later this year, Call of Duty Vanguard, needs to get right. They got to get it right at release too. If you don't get it right at release, then it's not a good impression on the game. Games shouldn't, even though we can just patch it up later, we shouldn't be releasing with unfinished, broken games. But that's all I got for this gameplay commentary. Just me playing around in Black Ops 1 Zombies mode in the map 5. Hope you guys enjoyed alternative programming. Next time, I'm going to be doing my franchise retrospective on Tetris. I'll be a short one, maybe not, since it's its own video, but got a lot of fun things to talk about in Tetris. So, if you guys have a good day, I'll catch you next time.